Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
So we're going to do a how-to or possibly demonstration on how to give dog a pill. So we're kind of just going to go through some things real quick. We'll see if he cooperates. If you hear crunching, my dog's eating in the background. He knows he's going to be part of this. So one of the first things that you need is to find out how often you should be giving your medication and make sure you guys are giving the right dosage. And then also if it needs to be with food or to avoid certain foods. I know certain antibiotics, if you ask your vet, they're not supposed to be given with dairy. You could get less of a dosage if you do that. So just that you're aware of that. Also, you kind of need to know your dog's mindset. So are they one that if you start messing with things, are they more likely not to be? Kind of like that reverse psychology. You kind of like walk away and they're more interested. Or are they one that, you know, if you're fixing your food and they're watching you, and they won't eat their food unless you put your food in their food, then, you know, you kind of get an idea of what you need to do with them after a couple tries. Another suggestion is also try a couple different things, like little samples, to kind of see what your dog likes before you give it to them. If they don't like what you're putting it in, then they're probably not going to take their pill. And here's the options I have. We actually have to give a capsule and a tablet. So the capsule, most likely they like to keep the medicine inside the capsule if you can keep it whole. If by chance, last resort, you guys can open it, but sometimes there's a bitter taste and you might have more issues with that. You can still kind of mix it in with kind of a liquid food. Downfall with capsules, depending on what you put it in. I mean, if it sticks to their mouth, they might have issues and maybe choke on that. Also, it could be kind of slippery in certain things that you put it in. Then with the tablet, depending on how you give it to them, they're kind of dry, so that could also kind of get stuck in their throat. Also, my dog actually has to have a split tablet, so we're going to have to split that. And sometimes those sharp edges can cause some issues too. So some people can kind of just reach down in the back of their throat and put it in there. But you got to be cautious on that because your dog could bite you. Another thing is they could choke on it. You don't want them choking on it, it going in their lungs rather than going in their stomach, or them throwing it up and then kind of aspirating it and getting some kind of pneumonia or some kind of infection from it. Another thing, I don't have it here, but certain animals, they'll do like a pill pusher, kind of a rod that will go straight down to their throat, and then you kind of shove it in there. But another issue is if they're struggling with you, they could also choke on it that way too. So it kind of depends. Kind of a little bit of sugar helps the medicine go down. If you can put it in something that they'll just eat it, it's so much easier than trying to force them to take medicine. Now they do have these things, and again, you'll have to see if your dog likes them. They have pill pockets, and they're kind of like a little treat with a hole in it, and then you kind of put the treat inside of it. My dog actually doesn't like this, but we will try just to see if he'll go for this. We also have different kinds of peanut butter. I don't know if it'll focus on here. We'll just kind of check the ingredients on some of these. More than natural ones you'll have better luck with. It does say sugar on here. We also have some sugar on here. It looks like this one had some sugar cane as well. And then also on kind of some of the peanut butter, you just got to be careful because like greasy bones or gravy bones kind of things, it's got a lot of fat and grease content, so it could upset your dog's stomach, just that you're aware of that. And I think this is the Jiffy one. We do have sugar, but it also has molasses in here as well. I know this is gum, but some of the things you want to be careful of anything that's kind of like sugar-free. So you don't want to see anything that says sorbitol on it, xylitol, or aspartame. Anything that's like sugar-free, those can be almost like a laxative, and they could also be deadly to your dog. And this one's more just kind of a proper demonstration. I'm not really going to give him this. I need to actually throw it out. But it was bread, and sometimes the soft bread, you can kind of pinch it up, squish up the bread, or some kind of soft meat. We also have cheese. Now, this kind of depends. My dog loves this stuff, and for a long time he was taking it. But the last time we did meds on him, he kind of found out that there was medicine in there, so he kind of got kind of leery of it. So that's kind of where you have to kind of just watch and also kind of give him a sample first. Then we have some different kind of treats over here. Some of these I'll just kind of show you. This one I'm actually out of, but I've done well with these as well. Kind of give him a variety so he doesn't always know he's getting something. I've got a smaller bag here, and I'll kind of explain that as well. I have found out that the smaller bags, or if you can keep them closed, they do a lot better. I get some of these big bags for him, but sometimes opening it so much, these kind of get dry and kind of crumbly. I mean, it's okay for like a treat, but sometimes it's kind of hard to apply it to go for the medicine. And we're also going to try to score this. So if they have a line on there, that means that you can score the pill or you can cut it. I don't know if that will focus or not. And sometimes you can open them up. I don't always have luck with it, but we'll try. But you usually put the line on the outside and then you just push. If they're small, sometimes I can do it, but this one I don't think I can do that. And you can also get a pill cutter, and I thought, oh, we got it. So otherwise you just use a knife and put it on top of there. But as you can see, there's kind of a sharp edge there. All right, guys, I'm going to pause the video a second. I'm going to put his little sampler together, and then we'll see how he does with that, and then we'll give him his medicine. All right, he knows he's going to get tested. We've got a little bit of sampler here, and we'll see which one he goes for first. He went for the doggy treat first, because he knows that's usually what he gets, and he goes probably for the cheese. And he's not a huge fan. Oh, he did eat the pill one this time. He doesn't always get that. He's not always a huge fan of the peanut butter. Yeah, he's pushing it away. He says no peanut butter. He says, I've had enough of that crap. People have teased me in the past. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see the difference here. This one is actually the drier one, and this one is one from the small package. They're just going to kind of show you a little bit. If you open this up, usually for the capsules, I just kind of put it in the palm of my hand and kind of squish it down with my thumb and just kind of make it a little pliable. I don't know if you can tell, but it does start to kind of crumble here a little bit. This is the one that's kind of in the bigger bag and it dries out. And when I start rolling it up, it starts cracking a lot. Usually, since I have to do a capsule and I have to do a pill with him, I usually just split it in half, one side a little bit bigger for the capsule. And this one should be a little bit more pliable because it hasn't been as dried out and it's a smaller package. And I just kind of push it down a little bit. And then we're going to take the capsule first. And kind of just put it in here. Of course, he's watching everything I'm doing. And I just kind of seal it up and then kind of just pinch the edges. You might have to work it a little bit to make it pliable. But like I said, it's a lot easier to use the newer package than it is the older ones when they dry out. And usually I just throw these to him. So he doesn't really get a chance to sniff around and just chew what he wants. Like I said, we've had issues in the past, but the last couple times haven't been bad using these treats. It does take a little bit of work. You guys can put in a little bit of meat. We'll take one of the half tablets here. And another thing you can do is you can either get a toothpick and kind of just make a little hole, or you guys can use a fork and kind of just work a little hole, especially the drier ones, maybe just to kind of fit it in there. You just make a little hole. These ones are pliable. I just kind of just stick it right in there. So just stick it in that side that's already roughed up from me splitting it. I just kind of push it in there. Just kind of seal it up. Now he will get an extra treat just because I always give the last one just a normal treat with nothing in it, so he doesn't think anything's going on. These are easier to do on bigger dogs, where smaller dogs cannot swallow the whole thing. So just keep that in mind. You might have to push it down a little bit. He's a little impatient. So here's the first one. That was the capsule. He does have a little crunch on that one. This is going to be the capsule, or that's going to be the tablet. And then this is just a plain treat. Did I know not to mess with it too much, but yes, he gets eager when he sees me do those treats. And thank you for helping me give my dog his treat today. Alright guys, have a great day. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. He says bye.
Hey guys, I appreciate all you guys that support this channel and stay to the end of the video, especially longer ones like this. Another thought is if by chance your dog gets daily meds, or by chance there's more than one person that gives medications to your animals, you guys might look into getting a pill box that kind of helps you know what all medications have been given for that day, what has not been given. Also, it kind of lets you know if you're getting close to running out of pills and you need to be ordering them quickly. Try to keep at least a month's supply if it's something daily, just in case there's an emergency or something happens or they don't have that drug in stock. Please like, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell, leave a comment, and check out my other videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great day.